Hi guys. Wow, that is really cool. Alright. So today I kind of wanted to talk about something that I have been thinking about for a while. And I thought, let me bring this up. Ignore all the monster cans in the background, please. I am not overstimulated, I promise. So I want to talk about fraud tarot card readers. So I have been reading cards for 5 years at least, and what I have noticed is that recently it's getting like extremely mainstream, and almost everyone is just showing up on FYPs with a bunch of tarot cards, and it's like, what are you doing? So that is what I want to talk about today, okay? Because I don't want you guys to get scammed. Someone who does not know anything about tarot or anything can get easily influenced falsely or unfairly by people who are just out there to get some profit, who don't really care to give you any real sense of direction. And I don't want that happening. I think it's just it gives a bad name to the entire tarot community and to all of us, and I want to talk about that today. So let's get into that. So to start with, I feel like a lot of people don't really take the tarot book very seriously, which I don't understand why. Like, it's there for a reason. Now, you have your classic tarot deck, which is like, the most common one. Let me show it to you guys. So this is your classic tarot deck. This is my oldest deck that I have had. It's like 10 years old. I was like 12 when I first started tarot because my mom was super into it, and she's a really good reader, by the way. She's an astrologer and a tarot reader and everything. So I have been doing this since I was a kid, and at the time I didn't really understand it, but I've been passionate about this since forever. And this is the first deck that my mom ever gave me. I don't read from it often, but I cherish it. And this is your classic tarot deck, okay? This is the classic tarot deck. I remember the guidebook of this deck by heart, so I don't really have a need for it anymore. So this is the most common tarot deck that you'll see, but a lot of artists have come up with amazing designs for new tarot decks, and one of my personal favorites is this Light Seers Tarot. So this is the deck that I've been doing most of my readings with in the recent past. So I'm just going to use this deck as an example and talk about all the red flags in this video. So basically, now not every card means the same thing in different decks. So if 5 of Wands could mean something in the classic tarot, it could mean something different here. I mean, in this particular case, they mean the same, but I'm giving an example. So it's really important to read the guidebook that is given with each and every deck, because each and every deck is interpreted in its own unique way, which a lot of readers don't really understand. They don't look at the guidebook. I don't think there's no shame in looking at the guidebook if you're new to a particular deck. You don't have to be proficient with every single deck that you ever buy. It's absolutely fine to look at the guidebook. And if a reader tells you that they just look at the pictures and they tell you what their intuition is saying, they're bullshitting, okay? They're bullshitting. This is not a picture book. It's a tarot deck. You should be able to understand the basic meaning of what the card is saying and what it means in this particular deck, because there's a reason this card is coming out. There's a reason this card is coming out, and you should know what it means. This deck, that's the thing. We need to, people don't really understand that tarot cards, the card itself is an entity of its own, okay? It communicates through you. You are not the one with the messages. The deck is. All you have to do is interpret the messages, and you can't really interpret the message if you don't understand the deck. If you don't understand the deck, if you don't understand the guidance, which is what the book is for, okay? And I just talked about 5 of Wands, it's here. Anyway, so exactly, that's the number one red flag if they don't read the guidebook. Number 2, if they think that the Lovers card, it means literally the lovers, because I've seen so many people do this and it's honestly so annoying. They'll be like, oh, the Lovers card came out. That means twin flames. soulmates. No, shut up. Not necessarily. Not unless it's in combination with a different card like the 10 of cups or the 6 of cups. 6 of cups is the actual soulmate card, not the lovers. By the way, just clearing the air around that, first of all. So, taking cards at face value, that's the second biggest red flag. That means they don't really understand the meaning of the cards. They're just taking it at face value. For example, when people will see the death card and they'll literally predict fucking death. No, you're not gonna die just because you get a death card. Death means transformation. Okay, it's like the 8,000 astrology. It means absolute transformation. Like something is going to, change drastically in your life, and it'll be fast and it'll be unexpected. That is what the death card means. It does not mean actual death. Like the lovers does not mean actual lovers. I also don't really appreciate that a lot of readers give very ambiguous answers. Like if a person will ask a simple yes or no, they'll I actually have taken some readings from some readers like that. I went to this astrology fair or something was happening at a mall where I live, and I got my reading done by this astrologer. It was a tarot reader, astrologer, it was both. And oh my god, like the way some readers just like bounce around the line, not able to give you definite. Look, I get it. Sometimes the situation does not call for it, but as a reader, it's your job to provide clarity to the person who's coming to you for a reading. And a lot of the times, people who go to these tarot readers for readings end up getting even more confused. Like, what's with the cryptic messages? Just spill it out. It's frustrating. And I see a lot of readers do that on my FYP, and I see people all the more confused all over the place in the comments, and I'm like, no. And which is why, right, I always tell my friends to just not go ahead and take readings from just any reader that they find online. You cannot trust them. And it's just that a lot of the times, right, they don't give you definite answers because they don't know how to read the cards, or they're not confident in their own reading, and they don't want you to come for them in case their prediction doesn't go through. And with tarot, I think it's very important to also realize that it's a guidance deck. It's like in astrology or Vedic astrology anyway, they try to tell you that your future is already fixed, it's already happening, it's already determined. That's how it's going to happen. Maybe you can do some remedies to maybe change your trajectory a little bit, but for the most part, you can't change anything. That's one of my personal issues, like, keeping my personal philosophy on predeterminism aside, this is a little bit of a personal issue I have with astrology, which is why I appreciate tarot. It's supposed to give you guidance, okay? If someone comes to you and they're like, is this going to happen if I do this? Your job is to tell them the best case scenario that could happen and the worst case scenario that could happen. That is your job as a tarot reader, to spill out the cards and see, if you take this decision, I see this happening. If you take this decision, I see this happening. It's straight up. It's not that complicated. You ask the cards, they tell you. So if someone is like not giving you a definitive answer, it's likely they can't read the cards, or they're just not confident in their reading, which is a red flag. Which is an absolute huge tarot reader red flag. Also, people who are not emotionally regulated are generally not really good readers. I'll tell you why. Because the cards, right, for them to give you the answers, you need to be in a stable state of mind. You need to calm yourself down. You need to not be very emotionally attached to the outcome, which is one of the reasons I go to other readers to get my reading done. Because the thing is, when it comes to something that's about me, I am already very invested in that, right? Now, I am invested in the outcome, and I'm tensed about it, and I want the best possible outcome for myself, which will in turn skew the messages that I receive. It will skew my intuition. And even sometimes when it comes to close friends and family, my readings for them could be inaccurate at times because I am very emotionally invested in their outcome, which is why the most accurate readings I give is to strangers, like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you, obviously, but I'm really not that emotionally invested, and I can give an objective perspective on your situation that I can't when it comes to someone I love or myself. So if someone is not a very emotionally regulated person, they're just very troubled emotionally all the time, they struggle to find peace, you should not become a tarot reader. You should maybe try to get into astrology. Astrology is more objective in the sense that you have details and you read those details. It's very data driven. Tarot is intuition driven. And for good intuition, you need a well balanced mindset. So if you don't have that, maybe not get into this field. It's not the best choice. So these were some of the major red flags off the top of my head. And I had been meaning to talk about this for a while because it's just honestly was pissing me off. It was really pissing me off. So I'm glad I have that out. And have you guys faced any red flags with the tarot readers that you've been to, or if you have had any unsatisfying experiences with tarot readers, let me know in the comments. And I have my own tarot reading page as well. It's the same name as the YouTube channel, Whimsical Shadowmancer, and I love that name. It's just so me. It's such a cool name. I really love it. It's like, I love like sorcery, D&D level stuff, like that fantasy nerdy shit. I love it. And whimsical is just like such a cool word. I really like how it sounds phonetically and what it means. So anyway, yeah, I just love my username, that's all. So that's it for this video, and I hope this helps you make the correct choices when it comes to choosing a tarot reader. Do not get scammed, not on my watch.